boys and girls, it's Tuesday. Today's story is Our Tree Named Steve. When I read the story today, I want you to think, where does the story take place? And who are the main characters? So where does the story take place? And who are the main characters? See if you can tell the adult that's with you who the main characters are and where the story takes place. This story is by Alan Zwiebel and it's illustrated by David Cottrell. Dear kids, a long time ago when you were little, Mom and I took you to where we wanted to build a house for us to live in. But in order to build there, men had to come and clear the land. I remember there was one tree, however, that the three of you couldn't stop staring at. Adam thought it was crying. Lindsay said it looked nervous. And Sari, who was only 2 years old, couldn't pronounce the word tree and called it Steve. I love you, Steve, she kept saying. And then Adam and Lindsay started saying it. And before too long, Mom and I got the hint and asked the builder to please say Steve. The day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. See, Steve? He quickly worked his way into our lives as a swing holder. Target, third base, hiding place, jump rope turner. Boys and girls, Steve can do it all. And whenever our dryer broke down, he held our underwear with pride. Yes, right there in the center of our yard, this weird-looking tree grew to become the center of our outdoor life. Through all our barbecues, campouts, dance parties, or when Adam and Lindsay started getting crushes on the Simon kids next door, Steve adjusted to our every need. Remember, kids, where does the story take place? That's the setting. And who are the main characters? And when it wasn't always easy standing tall through snowstorms in the winter. Hi, Gizmo. Or when Uncle Chester napped in the hammock, couldn't possibly have been fun. Not to mention that time the sewer overflowed and Steve sucked up all the smelly water before it drowned Kirby. I'm thinking Kirby's the dog. Oh, look at that sewer water. Then got so sick himself that the tree doctor had to give Steve a haircut that made him look like a big thumb. Through the years, Mom and I have tried to show you, in a world filled with strangers, the peace that comes with having things you can count on and a safe place to return to after a long, hard day or a long trip. Which brings me to the point of this letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. Okay, boys and girls, remember when we're reading, we can make an inference. An inference is our guess what's going to happen next. So I'm going to read the sentence again. I want you to think, what is going to happen when I turn the page? Through the years, Mom and I have tried to show you, in a world filled with strangers, the peace that comes with having things you can count on and a safe place to return to after a long, hard day or a long trip. Which brings me to this letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. Okay, so what's going to happen next? Make an inference. Tell your adults at home what happened next. If you're right, give me a thumbs up. Okay, here we go. And though we spared Steve's life a long time ago, this time we couldn't save him. Did you guess the tree fell down? Did you guess Steve fell down? If you did, you gave me a thumbs up. Awesome job. If not, you'll get better at it. Don't worry. Are we sad? Sure we are. But even in his final moments, when he could have fallen on our house, Sari's swings, Kirby's house, or Mom's garden, Steve performed his last trick and protected all of us to the very end. And friends like this, they're hard to find. So when you come home from Grandma's next week, Steve will not be able to greet you as he's done in the past. I'm sorry. But please know that Steve will always be with us in our hearts, in our thoughts, and in a different tree at the other end of our yard. See you next week. Love, Dad. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you Wednesday for our next read aloud during our school shutdown to keep us all safe and healthy.